Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
So we're home again. It's just too cold to be outside reading Bhagavatam at the
and
moment.
It's raining.
And it's raining, yeah. So we're going to continue our reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Where are we?
Canto 3, Chapter 16, Text 21. Jaya and Vijaya cursed by the sages.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Excuse me, good Lord.
Excuse you.
It's cold weather.
Right. Om Namo
Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
You see, men make the third one lower, but it's actually supposed to be higher octane.
No, I wanted to go up, but you didn't go up.
Oh dear.
You'll see when you listen back to it.
Okay, so verse 21. O Lord, you are exceedingly attached to the activities of your pure devotees, yet you are never attached to the goddesses of fortune who constantly engage in your transcendental loving service. How can you be purified, therefore, by the dust of the path traversed by the Brahmanas? And how can you be glorified or made fortunate by the marks of Shrivats on your chest? Purport. It is said in the Brahma Samhita that the Lord is always served by many hundreds of thousands of goddesses of fortune in his Vaikuntha planet. Yet, because of his attitude of renunciation of all opulences, he is not attached to any one of them. The Lord has 6 opulences: unlimited wealth, unlimited fame, unlimited strength, unlimited beauty, unlimited knowledge, and unlimited renunciation. All the demigods and other living entities worship Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, just to get her favour. Yet the Lord is never attached to her, because he can create an unlimited number of such goddesses for his transcendental service. The goddess of fortune Lakshmi is sometimes envious of the tulasi leaves which are placed at the lotus feet of the Lord, for they remain fixed there and do not move, whereas Lakshmi ji, although stationed by the chest of the Lord, sometimes has to please other devotees who pray for her favour. Lakshmi ji sometimes has to go to satisfy her numerous devotees, but tulasi leaves never forsake their position, and the Lord therefore appreciates the service of the tulasi more than the service of Lakshmi. When the Lord says therefore that it is due to the causeless mercy of the Brahmanas that Lakshmi ji does not leave him, we can understand that Lakshmi ji is attracted by the opulence of the Lord, not by the Brahmanas' benedictions upon him. The Lord is not dependent on anyone's mercy for his opulence. He is always self-sufficient. The Lord's statement that his opulence is due to the benediction of the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas is only to teach others that they should offer respect to the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, the devotees of the Lord.
Interesting. Thoughts?
Yeah, it's a good, important point at the end that it says the Lord's statement that his opulence is due to the benediction of the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. You know, is to teach, but people who, like, say, Mayavadis or less intelligent people, there are people that take that statement and lessen the Lord. Don't have a form, he's dependent on the Brahmins, he needs this, he needs that. He don't need anything because he's God. So quite frankly, you know, that's his qualification. You don't need the Brahmanas or Lakshmi or anyone. So we need to understand, you know, like a learned fellow, or like a parent might speak to a child. It's like the parent don't need anything from the child, but it's just for the sake of educating, learning and pacifying, especially when the kids don't listen or not so intelligent, and you need to say it in a certain way.
Wow, Yeah, there was a lot you got out of that purport.
Just that sentence.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciated the idea of, between Lakshmi and Tulsi Devi. So, Tulsi leaves never forsake their position, and the Lord therefore appreciates service of the Tulsi more than service of Lakshmi. Which I didn't quite understand it exactly, because Lakshmi never leaves the Lord's lotus feet. Or
Well, he says sometimes she has to, because she has to go in, in devotees of hers.
oh, I see.
Praying,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
has
yeah.
to go and deal with them.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. Text 22. O Lord, you are the personification of all religion. Therefore, you manifest yourself in 3 millenniums. And thus you protect this universe, which consists of animate and inanimate beings. By your grace, which is of pure goodness and is the bestower of all blessings, kindly drive away the elements of Rajas and Tamas for the sake of the demigods and twice-born. It'd be great to just be able to drive away Rajagun and Tamagun. Purport. The Lord is addressed in this verse as Tri Yuga, or one who appears in 3 millenniums, namely Satya, Dwarpa, and Treta Yugas. He is not mentioned as appearing in the 4th millennium, or Kali Yuga, as it is described in Vedic literature that in Kali Yuga he comes as Chana Avatar, or an incarnation, but he does not appear as a manifest incarnation. In the other yugas, however, the Lord is a manifest incarnation, and therefore he is addressed as Tri Yuga, or the Lord who appears in 3 yugas.
So next paragraph. Sridhar Swami describes Tri Yuga as follows. Yuga means couple and Tri means free. The Lord is manifest as 3 couples by his 6 opulences, or 3 couples of opulences. In that way, he can be addressed as Tri Yuga. The Lord is the personality of religious principles. In 3 millenniums, religious principles are protected by 3 kinds of spiritual culture, namely austerity, cleanliness, and mercy. The Lord is called Tri Yuga in that way also. In the age of Kali, these 3 requisites to spiritual culture are almost absent. But the Lord is so kind that in spite of Kali Yugas being devoid of these 3 spiritual qualities, he comes and protects the people of this age in his covered incarnation as Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya is called covered because although he is Krishna himself, he presents himself as a devotee of Krishna, not directly Krishna. And devotees pray to Lord Krishna, therefore, to eliminate their stock of passion and ignorance, the most conspicuous assets of this yuga. In the Krishna conscious movement, one cleanses himself of the modes of passion and ignorance by chanting the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
As introduced by Lord Chaitanya. Next paragraph.
Yeah, no. Somehow I lost it. Which verse is it? 22. Several pages turn. Yeah. The 4 Kumaras were cognizant of their situation in the modes of passion and ignorance, because although in Vaikuntha they wanted to curse devotees of the Lord, since they were conscious of their own weakness, they prayed to the Lord to remove their still existing passion and ignorance. Again, seems like you can get into the spiritual world still being influenced by passion and ignorance, huh? What?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
No, nothing.
The three transcendental qualifications, cleanliness, austerity, and mercy, are the qualifications of the twice born, and in the demigods. Those who are not situated in the quality of goodness cannot accept these three principles of spiritual culture. For the Krishna consciousness movement, therefore, there are three sinful activities which are prohibited. Wow, three. Illicit sex, intoxication, and eating anything other than prasad, food offered to Krishna. These three prohibitions are based on the principles of austerity, cleanliness, and mercy. Devotees are merciful because they spare the poor animals, and they are clean because they are free of contamination from unwanted foodstuff and unwanted habits. Although austerity is represented by restricted sex life, these principles, indicated by the prayers of the four Kumaras, should be followed by the devotees who are engaged in Krishna consciousness. Any thoughts?
Devotees are merciful because they spare the poor animals. Okay.
What?
Text 23. O Lord, you are the protector of the highest of the twice born. If you do not protect them by offering worship and mild words, then certainly the auspicious path of worship will be rejected by people in general, who act on the strength and authority of your lordship. Purport. In Bhagavad Gita, it is stated by the Lord himself that the acts and character of great authorities are followed by people in general. Leaders of ideal character are therefore needed in society. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, appeared in this material world just to show the example of perfect authority, and people have to follow his path. The Vedic injunction is that one cannot understand the absolute truth simply by mental speculation or logical argument. One has to follow the authorities. Mahajano yena gatasa panta. Great authorities should be followed. Otherwise, if we simply depend on the scriptures, we are sometimes misled by rascals, or else we cannot understand or follow the different spiritual injunctions. The best path is to follow the authorities. The four Brahmana sages stated that Krishna is naturally the protector of the cows and Brahmanas, Go Brahmanya Hitaya Cha. When Krishna was on this planet, he set a practical example. He was a cowherd boy, and he was very respectful to the Brahmanas and devotees.
Interesting. It is also affirmed herein that the Brahmanas are the best of the twice born. Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas are all twice born, but the Brahmanas are the best. When there is a fight between two persons, each of them protects the upper part of his body, the head, the arms, and the belly. Similarly, for the actual advancement of human civilization, the best part of the social body, namely the Brahmanas, the Kshatriyas, and the Vaishyas, the intelligent class of men, the military class, and the mercantile men, should be given special protection. Protection of the laborers should not be neglected, but special protection should be given to the upper orders. Of all classes of men, the Brahmanas and the Vaishnavas should be given special protection. They should be worshipped. When their protection is performed, it is just like worshiping God. That is not exactly protection, it is duty. One should worship the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas by offering them all kinds of endowments and sweet words. Sweet words. And if one has no means to offer anything, he must at least use sweet words to pacify them. The Lord personally exhibited this behavior towards the Kumaras.
If this system is not introduced by the leaders, then human civilization will be lost. When there is no protection, special treatment for persons who are devotees of the Lord, who are highly intelligent in spiritual life, then the whole society is lost. The word Nanxyati indicates that such a civilization becomes spoiled and is annihilated. The kind of civilization recommended is called Devapata, which means the royal road of the demigods. Demigods are supposed to be fully fixed in devotional service for Krishna consciousness. That is the auspicious path that should be protected. If the authorities or the leaders of society do not give special respect to the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, and do not offer them not only sweet words but all facilities, then the path of progress will be lost to human civilization. The Lord personally wanted to teach this, and therefore he offered so much praise to the Kumaras.
Thoughts?
It's that he's setting the example.
Yeah, like I said, a couple of days ago when we were reading, although in one sense it may seem like he's chastising them, and he kind of is, but he's also setting such a nice example that they're kind of chastising themselves, And he's just following etiquette.
Okay.
Should we stop there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Short and sweet.
All right, thank you all very much. So, in this chapter, we still have about 26 pages to go.
Not long.
So, but we did about 10 today, so it moves relatively quickly.
Okay.
Thank you very much, everyone. Gantaraj, Srimad Bhagavatam, Ki Jai. Hare Krishna.